the chapter 26 verse, right?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
So now everybody is came to console Jagannath Mishra, Sachimata, because Vishwarupa has taken sannyas, left the house. So it was a cause of big lamentation. Now everybody is pacifying Jagannath Mishra that he should be very happy than even before, because in only very rare families there will be somebody who takes sannyas. And also you have Vishwambara, who is the ornament of a dynasty. इह हइते सर्व दुख घुचिते तुम्हार कोटि पुत्रे की करिबे हे पुत्रयार. This Vishwambara, this Chaitanya is enough. He is going to eradicate all your sufferings. If one has a son such as him, what is the need of millions of sons? So you should not cry for Vishwarupa. Even if Vishwarupa has gone, you have Vishwambara with you. And Vishwambara has come to take all the bhara, all the sufferings. Yei mata save bhujayena bandhugana tathapi mishrera dukkhana hayakandana. So in this way, everybody are trying to pacify Jagannath Mishra, but his distress remains unmitigated. Yete mate dhairya dhari Mishra mahashaya Vishwarupa guna smari dhairya pasharaya. Somehow he used to gain his composure, that is to be pacified. But again, when he used to remember Vishwambara's qualities, he again used to lose his patience. Vishwarupa's qualities, he used to lose his patience. There may be 100 sons. It's always said, father and mother love each and every son. Just like Madhvacharya, when he went to take sannyas, his parents come and cry. Oh Madhvacharya, that time his name is Lakshmana. We should not take, Madhvacharya. Madhvacharya, they used to cry, we should not take sannyas. We don't have anybody else. Then Madhvacharya told, okay, I'll come for 1 year. You beget another child, then I will take sannyas. So then somehow by divine arrangement, there was another son born. At that time, Madhvacharya said, now let me go. And the parents, they fell at the feet of Madhvacharya, said, even though we have another son, but you are always our dear son. So even though the parents may have 100 sons, their love for every son is the same. They cannot lose any son. Though it may be said, if one son is there, then that is enough. Other sons are not required. But parents have the same love. So now here when Madhvacharya saw his parents falling at his feet, at that time he had another reason to say. Generally, younger ones, they fall at the feet of elder ones. Now, because you have fell at my feet, it shows that in ashrama, I am higher than you. You are grahastha, I am going to take sannyasa. So in this way, this is relating to the same. So now Vishwarupa, when Vishwarupa's thought comes, they again cry. Mishra bole yeyi putra rahibe ke ghare ihate pramana mora nalaya antare. So now there is another fear. What is the proof that this boy is going to remain with us? Because already Vishwarupa has left. Now I don't have any reasons to believe. What proof I will have, or what evidence I will have that this boy is going to remain with us? Dilena Krishna se putra, Nilena Krishna se ye Krishna Chandrera Ichha hibe se. Oh Lord, gave me a son, took him away. Whatever Krishna desires, that is going to happen. Swatantra Jivera Tilartheka Shaktinai Dehendriya Krishna Samarpilo Tomanathani. So independent of you is a big philosophy in this. Living entities have no power independent of Krishna. So, oh Krishna, I'm surrendering my body and senses unto you. Now, Jagannath Mishra is not able to tolerate the separation. And then he says, what he can do? A living entity cannot do anything. After all, it is the will of Krishna. Whoever Krishna wants to take, Krishna will take. Whatever he wants, that he will do. So, I, as a poor living entity, fall at your feet. Yei rupe jnana yoge mishra mahadhira alpe alpe chittavritti karilena sthira. And slowly, Jagannath Mishra. That is why knowledge is very important. So by his knowledge, because of the process of jnana, slowly he controlled his mind. Jagannath Mishra's modified form of Vatsalya Rasa that was born from physical consideration was destroyed when Vishwarup took sannyas. And he realized that the eternal absolute truth, Lord Vishnu, was his son. Such realization frees one from the shackles of mundane parenthood and his real sannyas. So this should be the consciousness of every parent's. Actual son or real son is Krishna. Whoever has been given as son or daughters, they are just to be taken care as part and parcel of Krishna. Just as a gardener takes care of the plants, waters it, sees it growing, seeing the growth of the tree, getting the fruits, the gardener feels satisfied. In the same way, the father and mother should just nourish the children, water them. Here, water them refers to give them all the nourishment, including Krishna consciousness, and then grow them and see them serving Krishna and feel satisfied. So that is how the things, whatever we have got, that has to be connected to Krishna. That can be the children, that can be the anything related. Our own body, that is how one has to do samarpita. So when we surrender everything to Krishna, then that person is actual sannyas. So sannyas is not just some orange dress or danda in the hand. Sannyas is the purified consciousness. So this type of consciousness will not allow a person to get attached to anything around it. Even if children are there, beautiful wife is there, wonderful parents are there, nice relatives are there, wonderful friends are there, but still his consciousness is with Krishna. He considers only Krishna as his relative. Other all are part and parcel of Krishna. Simple. Hena mate Vishwarupa Haila Bahira Nityananda Swarupera Abheda Sharira. So in this way, this is a story of how Vishwarupa, who is not different from Nityananda Swarupa. So he is an expansion of Nityananda Prabhu, Balaram Tattva. So whenever Lord comes, Nityananda Prabhu is eternally with Lord. It may seem that he came and met Lord later, but his expansion as Vishwarupa is has already come before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it is a proof that he comes to provide all the wonderful paraphernalia. Now Nityananda Swarupa is going to come and meet after some time. So now here Vishwarupa slowly winds up his Leela. Ye shunaye Vishwarupa Prabhura Sannyasa Krishna Bhakti Hayatara Chinde Karma Pasa. So whoever hears to the pastimes of Vishwarupa taking sannyas, he attains devotional service to Krishna and he becomes free from the bondage of fruitive work. So Sri Vishwarupa is Sankarshana and is therefore non-different from Nityananda Swarupa. The Prakash expansion of Moola Sankarshana, Sri Baladeva, Nityananda Prabhu in Mahavaikuntha has appeared as Vishwarupa in Gaur Leela. So this is Prakasha Rupa of Mula Sankarshana, Sri Baladev. So Mula Sankarshana is Baladev. First expansion is Baladev. And the same Baladev in my Mahavaikuntha is Nityananda Prabhu. And the same Nityananda Prabhu is Vishwarupa in Gaur Leela. If one hears the pastimes of Vishwarupa's accepting sannyas, he will attain freedom from the bondage of fruitive activities. Sri Vishwarupa has 3 expansions. So Purusha incarnation has been spoken. That is Karandakshay Vishnu, Garbhadakshay Vishnu, Shidakshay Vishnu. If a living entity understands these Vishnu forms, 3 Vishnu forms in truth, he can attain freedom from material concept of life. Like Mahasankarshana has appeared as 3 Purushas. So who is Mahasankarshana? Same Vishwarupa. Vishwarupa Sannyasa Shunye Bhaktagana Harishe Vishada Savibhavi Anukshana. So whoever hears, especially when the devotees hear to the Vishwarupa accepting sannyas, they have both the feelings, that is happiness as well as lamentation. Ye Pachila Sthana Krishna Katha Kahibare Taha Krishna Harilena Ama Savakara. So they used to discuss whatever little opportunity we had for discussing the topics of Krishna together. Oh, Krishna has taken Vishwarupa away. Because Vishwarupa only was interested in discussing the pastimes of Krishna. So devotees used to get the opportunity to hear about Krishna. So now Vishwarupa has left. So naturally, they had that lamentation that whatever opportunity we got to hear about Lord, and that also we have lost. Amarao na rahibe, chaliya na vane, ye papishtah lokamukha, na dekhi ye khane. Then they also decided, let us also leave our home and go to forest. And we don't have to see the face of the simple people. So those who are engaged in this materialistic life, they're actually doing sins. That can be your own parents, your own relatives, those who are not interested in Krishna consciousness, the building in which you are staying, the society where you are, the city where you are, those people who are not interested in Krishna consciousness, they are only moving dead bodies. I have told you this, my childhood experience. Whoever I used to see, I used to only see these people are just dead bodies moving around. Then always I used to tell my mother, this person is dead body, this person is dead body. My mother thought something is wrong is there. She's mad at me. So she took me to the doctor. I told this doctor is also dead body. She took me to the garden. Anywhere she used to take me, I used to say, this is dead body, that is dead body. I don't know why I used to have that type of consciousness. Then, even in the colleges, I used to not like to talk to anybody. I used to feel all these people are just dead bodies. So this question was always there in my mind. Why I have this type of thought that everybody is dead body. Then once, the first time when we came to the satsang program, the first time, that time I felt, here there are living bodies. Now I asked this question many times, but I was not getting that type of answer. But then I asked this question to Kamalochan Prabhu. Why I feel that everybody is dead around, except when in the satsang program, I feel that there are living bodies. Then he quoted a verse from Bhagavatam, a beautiful verse, which says, you may be very expert in everything. You may be very expert in your tapa, japa, everything. But then, if you are not interested in Krishna consciousness, then you are just ornamenting the body, which is actually a dead body. That is the answer. That is the shloka which actually pacified. Yes, those who are not interested in Krishna consciousness. So who is going to tell me this shloka? Many times I have quoted this shloka in many of the classes. Mandanam Lokaranjanam. Who is going to tell this shloka? Yes. Anyone knows the shloka? Whoever knows the shloka, raise the hand. Or if you don't know, learn this shloka. Whenever you go outside, chant this shloka. That's what Ramanacharya says. Whenever you go from outside and come inside, just take bath because you're seeing all dead bodies. It is not that just you have to take bath when you see a dead body. Whenever we are going and mixing even with our family relations who are not interested in Krishna consciousness, actually you're talking to whom? All dead people.
Mataji, can I chant?
Yes, I was expecting you only to chant.
Yes, Mataji. Bhagavad Bhakti Hinasya Jati Shastra Japa Tapa Apranasya Dehasya Mandanam Lokaranjanam.
Very good, wonderful. Bhagavata Bhakti Hinasya. If there is no desire for Bhagavad Bhakti, Bhagavad Bhakti Hinasya Jati Shastra Japa Tapa. He may be very expert. Jati Shastra Japa Tapa. In Shastra he may be expert. Japa he may be expert. Tapa he may be expert. Jati Shastra Japa Tapa. Jati may be born in a Brahmin family, doing all type of rituals. Apranasya Dehasya. There is no prana in the Deha. When there is no prana, that means what? It's a dead body. So when we see the dead body, what we do? We first take bath. Apranasya lokasya mandanam lokaranjanam. That is how he's just beautifying the body and moving around. Seems to be a living body, but it's actually a dead body. You see, when the dead body is also taken out, first the dead body is given bath, and then the dead body is decorated. So a person who is not interested in Krishna consciousness, he may be your very dear friend. Actually, you're talking with whom? You're talking with a dead body. That is why we have to be very, very careful. That's what Ramanujacharya says. Whenever you go out, meet such type of people who are just interested in sinful life, sense gratification, come and take bath. At least remember this verse. Even if you're not able to take bath, remember this verse. The phrase Papishta Lokamukha refers to the faces of persons who are averse to Krishna and expert in material life. Pashandira Vakya Jwala Sahibavakata Nirantara Asatapathe Sarvalokarata. So then they used to just talk among themselves, how long we are going to tolerate this at this? They are only interested in materialistic life. Krishna hena namanahi shunikaro mukhe sakala samsara dube mare mithya sukhe. No one is chanting Krishna's name. There's a nice quotation of Andal. Andal says, chant, 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 chant Krishna's name. Andal is a great devotee, one of the 12 alvars. She is the one female Andal, female alvar. She always used to say in her pasurams, Rupavar, please chant, please chant, please chant. Nobody used to chant. At that time, she used to say, you don't have ears or what? You all are dumb also, you are deaf also. It's a nice pasuram which says, how many times I should tell? Please chant, please chant. Even after telling that also, how many rounds we are chanting? No, we don't have time to chant. You just see there are so many people who have come in Krishna consciousness also, but they are not interested in chanting. You ask them how many rounds are chanting? I don't have time. 1 round, 2 round, as is a upkar they are doing. When Srila Prabhupada has told 16 rounds to chant, why that sense is not there? Why the chanting is not happening? Just because we are interested in so many activities except Krishna consciousness. This is the state of the devotees who have at least taken up, but there are people who don't want to chant even 1 round also. So Andal addresses them, you deaf, you dumb. Actually, you don't have ears. You don't have mouth also. The mouth which cannot glorify Krishna, that mouth is useless. The ears which is not glorifying Krishna, that is actually, it is like snake's ears. Snake cannot hear, you know that? Snakes cannot hear. That is why the snake charmer, he just plays the this in this way. It actually he goes here and there, and seeing him going here and there, the snake also shakes the hoods. Or actually the snake cannot hear. So in this way, how much you should tolerate here? The devotees are expressing. Nobody is interested in chanting Krishna's name. We are not able to hear from their mouth. So the entire world, Mare Mithya Sukhe, what they are doing? They are only behind Mare Mithya Sukhe, Mithya Sukhe. They are only behind illusory happiness. The words Mithya Sukha refers to the temporary happiness derived from sense gratification. Only Atmarams or self-satisfied souls can experience eternal happiness of serving Lord Vishnu. When the perishable, sensual happiness of the conditioned souls who are averse to Vishnu is checked, or when the object of their happiness is destroyed, that same temporary happiness turns into misery. Bhujaila keho Krishna patanahi laya uladhiya arose upahasa karaya. So even if they are instructed, Prahlad Maharaj speaks a verse to his father. Don't worry, even if you're instructed, nothing can happen. Because you are so much absorbed in material life, you don't have to get scared. People like you, even if they are absorbed, even if they are counseled by so many wonderful devotees also, still there is no use, because punha punascharvita charvananam, you're always absorbed in just chewing the same thing, whatever is chewed. You see, people, they enjoy in the marriages and all. Sometimes I feel, what is new in this? Everything is the same, only the faces are changing. There's actually no sukha in this material world, but some hope is there. Okay, now we are going for a marriage function immediately. So much of arrangement we do. Or we want to go and meet somebody, going to somebody's house. Immediately so much of arrangement is there. But what is there? Matirna Krishna Parata Sutova. Even the Mati is not in Krishna. What is the use of going here and there? What is going to happen? Only materialistic life is going to increase. So here, Prahlad Maharaj tells to his father, you don't have to worry. Even if devotees will come to counsel you, you are not going to get counsel, because people like you, they're only interested in material life. Matirna Krishna Parata Svatova. Your mati is not in Krishna. Mitho bhivatti takraha vratanam. Mitho bhivatti tagraha vratanam. Even if combined efforts is done, mitha abhipadyate. Even if combined effort is there, you are so absorbed in materialistic life, graha vratanam. So people like you, those who are addicted to materialistic body concept of life, Adanta Gobir Vishatam Samisram. Adanta Gobir Vishatam Tamisram. Adanta means you have uncontrolled gobi. Gobi means senses. Vishatam Tamisram. Because of such type of attachment, you are only entering Tamisram, hellish life. Punaha Punascharvita Charvananam. A very important verse. Even if they are counseled, they are not going to hear. Because Adanta Gobi, uncontrolled senses. Even if they are instructed, here it is said, they will not take to materialistic, they will not take to devotional life. On the contrary, they taunt us, saying, the materialists were maddened with temporary material happiness. They could not understand the absolute truth, supreme absolute truth, and as a result, they became scornful and laughed. But actually, they were unable to understand the service of Adhokshaja Krishna by the strength of their sensual knowledge. Rather than understanding that devotion service to Krishna is the only necessity, such materialists become attached to Krishna and the fruits of their work. So what they used to say, Krishna bhaji tumara, haila kona sukha, magiya se khao, aro bade yata dukha. They used to say, Krishna bhaji tumara, haila kona sukha. Hey, what happiness you're getting by chanting Krishna's name. So on the contrary, what they used to do, they used to taunt. And you're going and begging your food all the time, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. You don't even go to work also. You're not interested in eating. And then what you do, you go and beg. In this way, you only increase your distress. So foolish people who are averse to Lord Hari compare the materialists with Krishna's devotees by saying the devotees of Krishna have no enjoyment. They always live in poverty, which simply increases their misery. योग्य न है ये सबलों के रशने वास वने चली या न बली सबे छाड़े श्वास श्वास. So let us not live with such people. Devotees were discussing among them. Vishwarupa has left us. Anyhow, Krishna does not want us to hear about Lord, discuss about Lord. So let us leave this city, this Nadia. Let us go to some vana, forest. Saying this, they just sighed deeply. प्रबोधेन सवार अद्वैत महाशय पाइब परमानंद सवै निश्चय. So now Advaitacharya, he was trying to console them and said, Paiva Paramananda Savai Nishchaya. This is for certain that you are going to attain great ecstasy. Eve Bada Vashona Muni Hridaya Ullasayana Bhuji Krishna Chandra Karila Prakasha. So he pacified them, saying, even now I am feeling very overjoyed. So I can understand that Krishna Chandra has already invented. Even though Vishwarupa has gone, but I am feeling overjoyed. That itself is a proof that Krishna Chandra has appeared. Sabe Krishna Gao Giya Paramaharishe Ethai Dekhiba Krishne Kathika Divase. So what we should do? We should just chant Krishna's name. All of you go and happily chant Krishna's name. In a few days, we'll see Krishna. You'll see Krishna right here. Toma Vasabalana Highway Krishna Ravilasa Tabese Advaitahana Shukta Krishna Dasa. So along with you, Krishna is going to enjoy his pastimes. Then the meaning of my name, Advaita, will be fulfilled and I will be celebrated as the unalloyed servant of Lord Krishna. Advaita, never split with Lord. So Advaita, who is the incarnation of Mahasankarshana Sadashiva, very clearly says that my name, the meaning of my name will be fulfilled. And what is the meaning of Advaita here? One who is not separated from Krishna. Then who is not separated from Krishna? The servants are not separated from Krishna. Difference between Balaram and Krishna is one is served God, one is servant God. So all the devotees will receive mercy, that is for sure. That even Shukadev Goswami Prahlad Maharaj did not receive. This will do tomorrow. So any questions you can ask.
Correct.
Yes, Guru.
First question is that in 87 you said, what is this? Jagannath Mishra's distress remained unmitigated. So then here the distress which is being spoken of is of the material distress, because later on in 92 or 91 he is surrendering his body and senses. So that is coming at a later stage. So is this correct that this is the material distress? 87.
See, there is something known as materialistic life. For Jagannath Mishra and Sachimata, there was no material life. They had attachment for a devotee. So there is nothing material in it.
Yeah, but they
But
are
then-
acting. They are enacting like this.
Yeah. But then there also, they loving Vishwarupa, loving him as his son, may seem to be like a material affection. Seem to be like material affection. Like Madhvacharya's parents also had, there is nothing wrong to have affection on one's own children. But then, where comes material affection? Where you are trying to give materialistic things to your children and thinking that there will be such type of parasparam bhava. If I give materialistic sukha to my children will take care of me. There comes materialistic affection.
Right.
But when your children are divine, the love towards your children are not known as materialistic affection. Just because he is your son, you are loving him, that doesn't mean that it is materialistic affection. He is your son, he is a very divine child, then there is nothing wrong.
So in material affection, the concept of I is involved, whereas in spiritual affection, the concept of Krishna as being in the center is involved. Something like that. Okay, question 2, you said Mataji, next question, the real son is Krishna. Now, did you say that only with respect to the Vatsalya Bhav, or you said it for all the rasas?
All the rasas cannot be experienced so easily, especially Madhurya rasa. It's not so easy to understand Krishna is husband. For that type of complete surrender should be there. At least a person can go till the Dasya rasa as a sadhaka and then extend himself to Vatsalya rasa. But Madhurya rasa is very, very difficult to understand except when a person is given the mercy by the gopis of Vrindavan.
Okay. What I wanted to ask is that in each of the five rasas, the real son is Krishna. We have to think like this. Is it related to each of? No, only for Vatsalya and
Vatsalya, Dasya.
Vatsalya and
It
Dasya
doesn't
also.
even go to Dasya also. It extends after that.
Dasya also we have to think like that. The real son.
Another Sakya also. No, in Dasya also you cannot even think that. That much thought process is not there, that he is my son. Even in the Sakya, that thought process is not there.
But once kisi ka constitution.
This is an extended form of rasas.
Yeah, but then if the soul's constitutional position is at Dasya level only, then he will never go to the next level.
He can go, provided he does unalloyed devotional service. Then he can go. Because in all the rasas, one thing is common. That is dasatva.
What you mean to say is that a soul can change its constitutional position by doing more worship, by more devotion.
No, whatever constitutional position he has, that only he will be having.
Okay. Then in 94, you refer to Mahavaikuntha. Now, Mahavishnu we have heard. What is Mahavaikuntha?
Same thing, Mahavaikuntha. This Vaikuntha for Mahasankarshana, it is Mahavaikuntha. For Mahasankarshana, last comes Mahasankarshana. Mahasankarshana comes as Mahavishnu. So Mahavishnu subord is Mahavaikuntha, and same Mahavishnu appears in 3 forms of Purusha Tattva.
Next one is, if a living entity understands these 3 Vishnu forms in truth, he can attain freedom from the material concept of life. He can attain freedom means, is there some other thing attached to this, some other rider attached to it, some other conditions attached to this?
No, this is the hope for it.
The last question is, Mataji, all of you, last one, 105, all of you go and happily chant Krishna's name. Then a few days you will see Krishna right here. This Advaita Acharya ji is saying that. So in few days you will see Krishna right here. That means only by chanting Krishna's name you will see Krishna right here. You don't have to do anything more than that.
You chant here refers to, by chanting one serves, one is having the eagerness to serve. Naturally, Lord exhibits his leelas. Advaita Acharya has come to know that Krishna Chandra has come as Gaura Chandra. Now same Gaura Chandra has to become pleased first by the devotion. Chanting is the only way, there is no other process. Only by chanting, inclination to serve also comes. By chanting, all our dust also goes away. So the coverings which is there outside our pure consciousness, that is cleansed. So it's only by chanting. There is no other process.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yesterday only we had done the dust in the mirror. That we
Yeah,
had
that
done.
last way you said the analogy of dust. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you.
Okay, anyone else?
हरे कृष्ण माताजी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
Then,
माताजी, विश्वम्भर और नित्यानंद प्रभु दोनों एक ही जैसे एक ही है माताजी?
विश्वम्भरा चैतन्य महाप्रभु है, विश्वरूप नित्यानंद प्रभु।
हाँ हाँ, ओके ओके। हरे कृष्ण, थैंक यू।
और किसी
Hare
का
Krishna.
प्रश्न? Yes,
Yeah, Mataji, Hare Krishna. So, Mataji, my question is a doubt arose because of Sachdeva Prabhu's question. Do we need to think about that? Is the rasa we have to realize by chanting?
it automatically appears.
Yes, yes.
Constitutional position automatically appears. That is known as Siddha Deha. Automatically, Krishna gives that consciousness.
So when Sachdeva Prabhu was asking this question, that we have to think always that he is.
We don't have to think. We have to think that we are servants of Lord. That much you can think.
That is the only thing. That also will come when our
nowadays
heart
one
got
video
released.
is become viral. You know that one video where one lady from Jammu says, "I have seen Krishna. I am Radha. I am Meera." Even if a person sees Krishna, he will never exhibit that he has seen.
So that's what my actually question came out
Even
of
if
that.
a person comes to know that he is Gopi of Vrindavan, he will not tell that. If he is telling, that means you should understand what is going on.
And because thinking is at the mind platform, which is material.
Yes.
So this thinking and all that cannot be done. It's only the realization
Savai
slowly
mana
by the
Krishna
mercy.
padaravindayoho. In the
Yes.
mind, you can always place Krishna, serve him, chant. Whenever
Right.
Siddha Deha has to be revealed, Krishna will reveal, but after revelation, nobody exhibits it.
Right. Thank you, Mata. Hare Krishna.
Anybody else? Okay. So I hope all of you have joined Sanskrit class. I request, Sanskrit class is very important. Take admission for it. The sir is very nice, very nicely, patiently will teach. It will be very useful for you. Fill up that form, very useful for you to progress in studying the scriptures. We read now, but that type of, we'll say, are Saturday, Sunday, we are a week, maybe jala. Let it go, na? Anyhow, 8 to 9, what we are going to do Saturday, Sundays. It is good that we are absorbed always in studying. There can be no other better entertainment than this. No, the other entertainment only is like frustrating. So requesting all to take admissions. Hare Krishna.